Alex Answer, here it is, December 8th in the year 2017. And I don't know everything, but this shouldn't be like some hardcore political or religious issue with any of you. For whatever reason, I've never really been deep into Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean that others can't profit off of it. But I've also said that people have always been more enthusiastic about donating money, like fiat dollars, than Bitcoin for some reason. Maybe it's a slightly different demographic. Not really sure. I think a lot of my stuff has been freedom oriented. I think that Bitcoin jives with a lot of people. Here was the thing that I noticed. Bitcoin gets in the way of friendships. If someone else doesn't believe in Bitcoin being like a savior messiah type thing, then they're seen as like for the dollar. It's kind of like that argument, if you're not for Trump, you're for Clinton, or other types of arguments that aren't fair. So I understand that I've also sold myself short by not getting in on Bitcoin early, right? I've done some traveling. I'm well aware when I look to my right that I could be buying stuff with Bitcoin. Call it laziness, call it maybe just an inner, you know what, I'm not really messing with that. And then maybe we can go into how, again, I see how people prefer Bitcoin to real friendship. There are actually people that I was friends with before Bitcoin. And Bitcoin actually took their focus away from real human personal friendship. So maybe it's a personal thing, but I really have seen people go off the deep end that got into Bitcoin. I'm not kidding you. I also don't get into specifics, but there was someone that I went to visit a few years ago that for some reason was involved in the mysterious moving around of Bitcoin mining machines. I don't know why, but the fact that I was asking questions clearly got in the way of our friendship. And he leaves me in his apartment with his girlfriend. Not like he's giving me a thumbs up to do something with his girlfriend, but he's thinking about, hey, how can I have my girlfriend also hang out with this guy Alex, but kind of work both things and run over here with this Bitcoin thing? And hopefully he was not into anything illegitimate, but we're no longer friends. But the thing is, I can't knock, and I'm not knocking Bitcoin as a whole, but the euphoric type of cocaine rush that I'm hearing from some people, should I really play the audio? Do we really need to go there? And I'm not attacking anybody. This is just free source. This is just free source. I apologize if there's a little bit of an echo, but I mean,
smart money, people that are smart, and their banks that are collapsing through hyperinflation are fleeing that currency into something that actually is real, backed by an algorithm. This is what people also don't understand about. I know I'm talking fast. Stay with me. People don't understand Bitcoin
no, I don't know
and
if I can.
cryptocurrencies.
I don't know if the audience can either, but I watched this video 3 times. Just wow, I've never seen him quite like that. I mean, definitely, I'm hearing the jackpot sound effects, folks. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not hearing the jackpot sound effects, but we all know that it has an inevitable outcome, and maybe it will reach right a certain amount. I think it's that I have greater concerns about our grid, about computer systems, about relationships. I'm more concerned about a world that's not very compassionate. It is true that if I were getting on early, right, like way back, and I have my land paid off, like I'm cognitive of that. I'm cognitive of this reality. But there's something about the fact that it's gone up so high, right? That Bitcoin has gone up so high that I don't even care. Like literally the idea of what is that guy doing? He's charging $500 for someone to go to Bitcoin school to learn how to open up a wallet and maybe buy and trade stuff on Bitcoin. He's really playing up certain things. I'm not attacking him. Good luck with that. Sounds really opportunist, a little too euphoric. Too many red flags. Too many red flags from the person who always seems to get it wrong. The person who's like 95% wrong. So if he's saying get on now, honestly, I just got to be honest. I have other suspicions. What makes him so confident? Why, like gold and silver? Now we understand the advertising component to that, but Bitcoin does sponsorships. There are some people that ran around saying that they're being sponsored by Bitcoin. Again, I'm not attacking or knocking them. I understand for some men in our society, it's become like this torch of liberty. outside the dollar system, like a sigil. And it really, really means something. And I understand they're rallying around something that to them represents freedom. Me, myself, that's not something that has ever pulled me. Cryptocurrency in general doesn't pull me in. On an intuitive level, I'm feeling nothing there. I'm just feeling nothing there. And I understand that I'm always the strange guy. Alex, why do you have to be the strange guy? You don't even drink the same drink as us. You don't smoke the same cigarette. You don't think the same thoughts. We look at your webpage, alexanswery.tv. It's like nobody's what. It's like, folks, you have to keep in context what channel you chose to watch. I mean, you're watching Alex Answery. Did you really think that you were going to get a conformist type of? No, no, you didn't. You didn't think that there would just be the same old, same old. Alex Answery here, endorsing Bitcoin. Bitcoin, now a sponsor of alexanswery.tv. No, I don't think that would be. But have I kept an open mind? Have I kept an open mind each and every step of the way? There's a Bitcoin convention here in Colorado. Did I go to that webpage and did I go down the line to see there? But you know what? And I'm not here to attack. I saw the list of people that were going to be there. And it's like, oh, douchebag number one, connected to douchebag number two, connected to douchebag number three. Oh, we've got a network here. We've got a network here of people that are in their own way riding that gravy train. And I don't feel an affinity to really anyone. And that's not to insult them, nor Vinny Eastwood, who I used to enjoy going on his show. But as I've been saying for a long time, I go my own way within the alternative media. And I stayed on my side of the street, and even more so now than ever. And I also think before just attacking other people, I speak deliberately with what it is that I'm criticizing. It's not so much a personal attack. It's that there is this, and I'm going off topic, but there is this shifting taking place between those that I think are seeking higher consciousness and those that are just going to milk this beast system for all it's worth. And they're doing that. And it's like they have no soul. So they're just there to take advantage of useful dupes that have excess green, that have excess money. And they're there to just kind of receive that. And they're using their gift of gab, right? Because some of these people are talented and getting people excited and whatnot. And
Like an app.
the facial expressions.
It's like Facebook. When it was going
It's like
parabolic with
you just
subscriptions,
passion, one
okay, adding
Bitcoin,
millions and
party all
millions
night
and
long.
millions and millions of new users for a very long time. Nobody questioned it. It was going parabolic like a virus because no one had ever seen anything like it.
Ah!
Same thing with Snapchat. Same thing with Google, YouTube, what I'm broadcasting on now. All these products. That's why it's going parabolic. In addition to that, Bitcoin is a store
See,
of value.
that's what I'm getting
There's
at.
proof of work.
It's not
Like, how do
it's
people
not
not
just the fact
understand
that
this?
it's digital and that if the grid were to wipe it down, it's the behavior, it's the religious zeal. It's the, well, if you're not with Bitcoin, you must be with the dollar, and just like the type of arguments. Um, it's the lack of people that are living off grid. It's lack of alternative media people. And I don't think all people should be living off the grid. I'm not fascist like that. But there should be more diversity in lifestyles. If people saw the writing on the wall 10 years ago, then why are they like trying to go deep into like the rabbit hole of the grid, the power grid itself, in this world of mining machines being moved around? So now they got memes. They just make fun of people that just don't get it. They just make fun of people that just don't get it. Okay, it's going to be like some jock thing where you're like, make fun of the people that aren't very cool and go, is that what this has turned into? Yes, I was in Vegas. I saw just to my right that I could have bought with Bitcoin. I'm well aware China likes Bitcoin. I'm well aware JP Morgan Chase likes Bitcoin. I'm well aware that Bitcoin, when Bitcoin got popular, the FBI was all over holding largest amount, at least for a period of time, Bitcoin. I'm well aware of Bitcoin's rise. What I'm not behind, right, is a mentality that I have to be a part of it. I am suspect. I suspect the whole thing. I am suspecting certain people out there of having a particular interest in promoting Bitcoin, just like they do with gold and silver when it's their sponsor. I think the religious zeal, right, and the taunting and the name calling to people that aren't on the train, like these are all red flags. Um, I look at again people that were friends or people I knew in the past that got into Bitcoin, and I saw how it changed their personality. They were no longer friendly. I see how all the donations that have ever come into me have only come in the form of dollars. People that have Bitcoin hang on to their Bitcoin. Where they play these games like, I'll give you 1/10 of 1/1 or a slice of a slice of a slice. It's like a joke of a conversation. But yeah, that is my take on that. I've seen people get really fanatical with it. It gets in the way of just having a decent conversation or a beer or a cup of coffee with them when it just gets so. When it just gets so. When it gets so. And then, they're sometimes women can be a little argumentative. I remember staying with a woman, not as a girlfriend, but just visiting a few years ago. And I think that that really disappointed her. It's like, well, what do you think about Bitcoin? I get go into my spiel. This is what I don't believe about Bitcoin. And I think that was a disappointment to her because she had gone on to get involved in Bitcoin promotion to a certain degree that it was generating a monthly income. So maybe that's a path for some people. It's not that I'm saying that it has no value. It's that I sense a trap, and it's bigger than what people are even thinking about. Is it the mark? Is it a one world order currency? You know what? With all the symbolism that we've seen, even the big old B, it certainly seems to be a leading candidate for something like that. But for now, that's really all I have to say on the topic. Um, Good luck with everything. Hope everything works out for the best. Um, it would be great if we were talking about things like a more natural, non techno cyber digital based one world zzz, zzz, moving little mining machines around and servers in the sky. But I would just say, like, enjoy this while you can, but don't overlook basic things like having food, having water, being able to get out of a major city, things like that. I'm Alex Answer signing off.